Once there was a wealthy man who had accumulated vast riches. But despite his abundance of material possessions, he was unable to find inner peace. He consulted several sages, but none of their advice resonated with him. One day, as the wealthy man was traveling on horseback to the next town, he encountered an old man on the way. Curious to know if there were any wise men in the nearby town, the wealthy man inquired with the old man. The old man directed him to a great sage who resided in the next town and provided him with directions on how to find him. The man wasted no time. He took the old man's advice and headed to the next town, carrying a large bag filled with precious diamonds on his majestic horse. Upon arrival, he found the wise old man seated under a tree, deeply immersed in meditation. The man introduced himself and asked the wise man,
"I heard you are a very wise man. Can you help me attain inner peace?"
The wise old man slowly opened his eyes and replied,
"Help? I can give it to you."
The man was surprised by his answer and replied,
"You can give it to me? I have sought the guidance of numerous sages before you, who have all given me different instructions. They asked me to do this or that, to discipline myself, do charity, help the poor, and so on. Despite following their advice, my heart is troubled, and I face more and more difficulties every day. And you claim that you can give me peace?"
The wise man listened intently to the man's words and said,
"It's very simple. You get down from your horse and I'll show you."
So the man did as he was told, and slowly dismounted from his horse, clutching his bag of diamonds. The wise man then asked,
"What are you holding in your bag, so closely to your heart?"
The wealthy man replied,
"These are precious diamonds. If you can give me the peace I seek, I will give you this bag."
Without any warning, before the man could even comprehend what was happening, the wise man snatched the bag of diamonds and ran away. The man stood there in disbelief, completely shocked and unsure of what to do next. The man quickly regained his senses and realized that he had to take action. Without hesitation, he started to run after the wise old man, who had just stolen his bag of diamonds. Despite his best efforts, the wealthy man could not keep up with the wise man, who knew every street and shortcut in his own town. He ran through the crowded streets and alleys, taking different paths and directions, confusing the wealthy man. The wealthy man was in terrible shape. He had never run in his whole life and was overweight, making it difficult for him to run. He was crying and panting heavily, tears rolling down his face as he cried out,
"I have been completely cheated. This man has taken away all of my life's hard work, my earnings, everything."
As the chase continued, a crowd began to gather and followed them. The crowd found it amusing to watch the wealthy man. Feeling embarrassed and angry, the man shouted at the crowd,
"Are you all idiots? Instead of helping me catch the thief, you are all laughing."
To his surprise, the crowd defended the wise man. One woman replied,
"He is not a thief. He is a very wise man."
Feeling even more frustrated and defeated, the man grumbled,
"I should never have taken that old man's advice. He got me into this trouble."
Despite his exhaustion, the wealthy man managed to slowly catch up with the wise old man. The wise man had returned to the same tree where the horse was still standing. The wise man was sitting under the tree in meditation, holding the bag in his possession. The wealthy man finally reached him. As he approached the wise man, the wealthy man begged,
"Please give me back my bag. It has all my hard-earned wealth in it."
The wise old man handed over the bag to the man, who held it close to his chest. The wise man then asked him,
"How do you feel now? Do you experience some peace of mind?"
The man replied with a sense of calm.
Yes, I feel very peaceful and relieved.
The wise man then replied,
My friend, the peace you feel now is the peace you were seeking all along. You were so attached to your diamonds and your worldly pursuits that you could not see that peace was already within you. Your attachment to material possessions has been the source of your suffering. I took your bag not to steal from you, but to teach you a valuable lesson.
The wealthy man finally realized the error of his ways. He understood that his obsession with material wealth had been preventing him from experiencing true happiness and peace. He thanked the wise old man for the lesson and asked for his forgiveness. The wise man smiled and said,
You have learned well. Now go and stop bothering people and live a life that is free from attachment to material possessions, and you will find the peace of mind you have been seeking for.
In life, how often do we find ourselves taking whatever we have for granted? We just have to be given an opportunity to lose it. Then immediately, we will become aware of what we have lost. We have not gained anything new, but only that to appreciate what we have. Sometimes great words of advice don't always help everybody. Sometimes practical solutions are necessary. Just like the wealthy man in the story, he went from one sage to another, and they all gave great advice, but still, he was not happy with what was given to him. A wise master does not simply give you advice, he prepares you for it. We often chase after new things, thinking they will bring us happiness, when in reality, what we need is to appreciate the simple joys and treasures that we already possess. It's not about acquiring something new, but recognizing the value of what you've had all along and finding contentment in it. So, take a moment to appreciate the people and things in your life today. You might find that they are your greatest treasures.
This is Dharma Stories. Thank you for watching.